everyone. It is Friday. Friday, I tell you. It is. I checked. It's on the calendar. It is Friday. How are you tonight? What are you grateful for this Friday night? Yes, you can be grateful even on a Friday night. We are closing out. We are headed to the end of week 73, 74. We are headed towards the end of it. One more to go. One more to go. 6 down. 1 to go. And then you will knock it out of the park. Woo! Yes, you will. Yes, you will knock it. I've got faith in your batting ability. You're going to knock it out of the park. Yes, you are. But tell me about your Friday. I'm excited to hear about it. I'm excited to hear what's happening in your day as we close out another day this week. We're gearing up here in Massachusetts for tax-free weekend. Everything is tax-free this weekend. Should be an exciting weekend. Massachusetts doesn't limit anything. Well, things over $2,500. You still have to pay tax on. But everything else is tax-free. So it gets people in a spending mood because they're sticking it to the man. They're sticking it to the man. Hey, Adele and Dazzle are here. You know what that means, Dazzle. It is treat time. It is treat time, people. Yes, it is for Dazzle. Dazzle is looking for those treats. I know she is. She is purring up for those treats. But it is great to have you all here. I'm excited that it's Friday. I'm excited that the heat's supposed to break tomorrow afternoon. It is hot out there. It's hot in here, too. The AC has a hard time keeping up in the afternoon. Hey, Michelle, it is great to have you here live again. How's your finger? How's your finger? How's your wine injury? How's your injury? I heard about that. You know, for some of the bigger things, Adele, tax-free, I think, kicks off, deferred sales. So people that were going to buy an appliance earlier in the month, wait until it's later in the month. And, I don't normally do that, although I do admit to doing it today. I was buying something online for store pickup, and I noticed it was like $9 in tax, and I'm like, well, I can buy that tomorrow, and I put it on my tomorrow list and save $9. It's like, putting $9 back into the family coffers, and I'll take that versus giving it to the man. Giving it to the man, because that's what the holiday is about. And Michelle, I hope you're doing okay. I hope your injury's okay, and I hope there was still some wine left for Grampy. Hey, Kitty, how are you? Great to have you here. Great to have you here tonight. What are you grateful for this Friday night? We are broadcasting, everyone, on both Facebook and YouTube. Any problems with Facebook, you can hop right on over to YouTube. Cassandra's got the link there for you in the show comments. Yes, she does. So, but I am excited to have you all here. I'm going to get going with tonight's show. Well, let's get started with where's my glasses? Can't get started without that. Now we can get started. Fantastic sales day today. That's awesome, Kitty. Love hearing that. I expect to be able to say that tomorrow. Today wasn't bad, but tomorrow should be better. Awesome, Carrie. Great to have you here live. And glad people came out to partake in your sale. I am thrilled to hear that. I am thrilled to hear that. They love you. They love you. You know, it is a roller coaster. It is a roller coaster to the other side of this, but we are taking baby steps there each and every day. And each and every customer that comes in your store is another step to the other side of this. I'm going to start tonight with the Good Morning, Good Night book, as we start every night. Tonight we're on page 106 if you're following along in the book. Good morning. Untie just one of those knots in your stomach. Cross one thing off your list. Call one loved one and surprise them with some kindness. Damn, look at all the room you made for something new, kid. There you go. There is your good morning. Let's see what we got going on today. Our quote from Simon today is, that idea is so fantastic, stop talking about it and do it. Yes, that idea is so fantastic, stop talking about it and do it. That is, keep on trying things. Keep on trying things. Keep on trying things. I love days when people just walk in and say, I'll take it. The problem sometimes with my furniture people, my furniture store and home decor, is my staff likes to think that people are unprepared to take it with them. And most of the time, our customer is willing to take it unless you give them another option. So you'll be taking that with you today. What kind of car are we loading this into today? You ask the question with the answer already done. And more times than not, you can get it out of there versus hanging on to it for a couple more days for them to come back. All right, folks, it is Friday night. You know what that means? It's Friday night trivia. One of these stories is fake. One of these stories is fake. And the other three, sadly, are real. Tonight, Michelle, I am having a gin and tonic tonight. It was a simple dinner. Nana and I had dinner together. We had some haddock and some mussels, and she had a margarita, and I had a gin and tonic. So 3 of these stories are true. 1 of them is fake. Can you guess the fake one? An indie designer created a collection of Barilla Pasta Box inspired purses. Barilla Pasta Box inspired purses. Taco Bell is building a 4-lane, 2-story drive-through. Story number 3, Hershey's releasing a line of chocolate-flavored spiked seltzer. And story number 4, a Supreme-wrapped subway train will travel through New York City this weekend. Again, 1 of those is fake. The other 3 are real. Was it an indie designer creating a collection of Barilla Pasta Box inspired purses? Did Taco Bell build a 4-lane, 2-story drive-through? Is Hershey releasing a line of chocolate-flavored spiked seltzer? Or is there a Supreme-wrapped subway train that will travel through New York City this weekend? You give that some thought, people. On this day in 1961, do you know what happened on this day? I guess this is bonus trivia. I'm going to tell you this one. On this day in 1961, this happened. Hey, Julie Jankowicz snuck in. Berlin was divided on this day in 1961. The barbed wire went up that eventually became the wall, the Berlin Wall. And so that happened. We divided a city, divided a country in 1961. 28 years later in 1989, masses of East and West Germans alike gathered at the Berlin Wall and began to dismantle it. 28 years and a couple months after it was first built. You can't divide people. People want to be together. People want to be together. Ich bin ein Berliner. People want to be together, and walls will not keep them apart. Walls will not keep them apart. You know, if you think it will, try keeping a. This is a story as old as Romeo and Juliet. You couldn't build walls to keep them apart. They're always coming together. Adam and Eve, everybody comes together. People come together. And, that failed experiment, it was a bad thing. A bad thing. I got lots of guesses here. No, the Taco Bell is true. Taco Bell is building a 4-lane, 2-story drive-through in Minnesota. Both Adele and Kitty were going with that one. But hey, Michelle got it right this week. Michelle was the winner. Hershey is not releasing a line of chocolate-flavored spiked seltzer. But would it really surprise you if they were? Hershey is not getting into the spiked seltzer game. The Barilla Pasta purses could be coming your way. They could be getting consigned with you. They actually look pretty fashionable. And the subway train, I just think that's wasted advertising, but that's for that. But what do I know? Are people riding the subways yet? Or do people feel confident enough in New York City to be on the subway? But that was some good trivia. And Michelle, you are our winner this week. Congratulations. Cheers to you, Michelle. Another great quote tonight is, imagination is the highest kite one could fly. Imagination is the highest kite one can fly. And next Wednesday, have you got the day on your calendar? Have you got August 18th on your calendar? I know for some of you, this is going to be a very important day. Hey, Heidi, how are you? Sidewalk sale in the district this weekend, or sidewalks. I don't know. Something's happening on the sidewalk in the district this weekend in Iowa. But next Wednesday, the 18th, I know many of you will have on your calendar. Next Wednesday is the start of fall. On some weird calendars. On some weird calendars on the 18th, somebody says it's fall, and that is right. Starting next week, you can have your pumpkin spice latte with your pumpkin munchkins and your pumpkin donuts or pumpkin muffins, all at Dunkin', with the first to get pumpkin out this year. Starbucks can't be far behind. I am nowhere near going near the pumpkin. Yes, it's hotter than freaking heck out, but we're putting pumpkin spice out. It's too early, people. It's too early. Granted, I'm never much of a pumpkin spice one anyways. I'm not, that is not my cup of coffee. It's the first day of school here. We got a couple of weeks yet till the first day of school. We got a couple of weeks. But, pumpkin spice day at Dunkin'. I don't get it. I do not get it. Because we don't want to be outdone in the resale game, or they don't want to be outdone in the resale game, H&M will introduce a resale site, H&M Reware, to the Great North. They will introduce that in Canada next month, a site that they are doing and managing themselves. They have collaborations with Poshmark and ThredUp. but H&M Rewear brings resale in-house with the help of tech platform Reflaunt. And they're going to looking to court new customers and work towards the company's sustainability goals, like sourcing everything from recycled or eco-friendly materials by 2030. But it should be interesting to see how that plays out in Canada, to see if that will make it down here. Well, that'll be the other test, Kitty, to see whether H&M merchandise will last long enough to be recycled. H&M is also, I believe it's in the UK, where they're doing where they'll actually take clothing and they have a machine that will recycle the fibers and everything right in the store. They have a machine that you can see doing it in the stores on a small scale. So it is going. How these companies look to sustainability, how they do it, will be interesting to watch moving forward. It's interesting to watch. It's the same as all this stuff with getting cars, to more electric powered cars and everything. Part of the whole world would be better if you just continue to drive your 10-year-old, 15-year-old car. If you didn't trade in a car every 2 years, you would be doing more for the planet. But it'll see how it plays out. Most of it is poorly made. So this will be interesting to see how this all plays out. I am not convinced that it does anything for them but make good headlines. I think it helps them make good headlines, but I am not sure it does much for them anything else. But I want to be aware of it. And that's why I talk about it, because if we're not aware of what others are doing, how others are trying to bring this awareness of sustainability, and what we can learn from their awareness of sustainability and our own efforts in our own stores to keep everything sustainable, to keep the things out of the landfills, to keep the quality of garments, and to keep that up, it helps tell resale story. It is the continuing effort. So I'm fine with them spending millions and millions of dollars to tell resale story, because it makes it easier for us to tell resale story. So thank you, H&M. Thank you, ThredUp. Thank you, Posh. This is what you should be thankful for when you hear these stories. It is educating people about resale, and it is bringing more consumer awareness to the resale industry. And that is ultimately a good thing for all of us. Ultimately a great thing for all of us. So I don't want you to forget that. Jimmy Johnson, the Dallas Cowboys and Miami Dolphins coach and sportscaster, was last week, I think, inducted into the Football Hall of Fame. And, since we were talking about hiring and staff development this week a lot, I thought this quote from him was really important. Treat a person as he is, and he will remain as he is. Treat a person as if he were where he could be and should be, and he will become what he could be and should be. Digest that. Treat a person as he is, and he will remain as he is. Treat a person as if he were where he should be, could be, and should be. Treat a person as if he were where he could be and should be, and he will become what he could be and should be. Those are very powerful words. And the actions behind those words, okay, are extremely uplifting. Okay, because they lift people up. They lift people up. They lift your team up. Okay. I always want to treat people for the job I want them to be doing. I want them to basically be the assistant manager before they have the title assistant manager. They're getting to where they're going. I want them to be acting and taking the responsibility like a key holder before they are a key holder. I want them to be taking the responsibility as a processor before they are a processor. When you instill that type of leadership in a person, when you instill that in your team, when you instill those values, those core values in your team, amazing things can happen. Amazing things can and will happen. And that is so important. That is so important as you are doing this. So don't take that for granted. Don't take, for as much as I've talked about this week, hire fast and fire faster. Do not take away that doesn't mean you shouldn't invest in your people. Okay, you should just invest in the right people, because it is an investment that can pay off. I am thrilled with the investments we have made in our people and watch them grow. I am thrilled to watch them grow and have them grow with us over so many years with us. I am honored to be a part of their world and a part of their life, and have them as a part of our stores family. So treat them like that, and they will grow. They will become the person you want them to be. It can happen. There is Jimmy Johnson's view on the football field, but it applies. That same rule applies to business. The same rule applies to what we have talked about this week. The same rule applies to making you and your business better. And that's what we do here every night. Every night. Every night. You know what else we do every night? It's this video and everything I talk about. This video and everything I talk about goes over to nards.org/resalestrong by noon the next day. Noon, I tell you. It's all over there. All the files, all the links, including a direct link to the YouTube channel. You're not alone running this store, where you can like, comment, subscribe, and oh yes, ring the bell. Ring that bell so you know when a new one drops. You can also share it with all your friends in business. The butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker. We're here to help everybody make it to the other side. I am here every night at More 8th and Ish live in the Nards private Facebook group and streaming on YouTube. But if you have a question in between, you just email me, Neil, Neil, at ECIstores.com, Neil at ECIstores.com. Tomorrow night is Saturday Night Live. We'll have the recipe of the week. Have you sent in your recipe for the recipe of the week? You can just email it to me. You can be this week's recipe star. Neil, Neil, at ECIstores.com. We start this program every night with the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book is how we start this program every night. Tonight, if you were not here at the top of the program, we're on page 106. Our good morning is good morning. Untie just one of those knots in your stomach. Cross one thing off your list. Call one loved one and surprise them with some kindness. Damn, look at all the room you made for something new, kid. Our good night tonight is good night. There are still knots in your stomach. Mine too. A good night's rest won't undo them completely, but it loosens their grip and softens the strands. Close your eyes and make room for something new, kid. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Neil Abramson. I do like a good party, a wedding, a bar mitzvah even. We will party again. We will party in person. And when we do, I'm going to party with you. But until then, and until tomorrow night at More 8th and Ish, know that you, but most importantly you're not alone running this store. Have a great night, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. It's time for dessert.